Have you ever found that your brown mushroom farm is way too slow? Have you ever wanted a brown mushroom farm that is super fast and allows you to AFK? Well, look no further than my TNT-based mushroom farm. Now, to start using this farm, you're going to need some brown mushrooms, and you're going to need to make sure there's some bone meal inside these droppers. Now, try and make sure you put enough bone meal in for the amount of time you're going to AFK this machine. So if you're going for 2 hours, then you need to use 2 double chests, which is what I've got. Now, to start using the machine, you go to this lever and you flick it, and this will start the clock. Now, this is the AFK area, so you'll be standing just next to this piston. Now, I'll be aiming for this repeater. Now, what I'm going to do to make it much easier is go into my settings, go to options and accessibility settings, and I'm going to go to sneak, and we're going to toggle that so that it's toggle. This means that when I click shift, I'll stay shifting. Now, to start using the farm, just right click onto this repeater and you place down a mushroom, and now mushroom will grow and it'll be destroyed by this TNT, and you can place another mushroom and repeat the cycle. Now, I'm going to leave a world download in the description to this farm. I'm not really planning on doing a tutorial for this unless you really want me to. Lately I've been quite busy, so it's quite difficult for me to do as many of these sort of complex farm tutorials, but I would be happy to do one in the summer holidays. Now, next I'm going to go over a brief explanation of how this farm works. So I'm going to start off by the main growing area. So when you place a mushroom on top of this dirt, it will start growing, but because it's expensive, will start dispensing bone meal onto the mushroom, and this will cause it to grow. As soon as it grows, this repeater will power this mushroom stem, and that's a full block, so it will be able to quasi power this sticky piston. Now, this sticky piston needs to be updated, which is why we've got these rails which will update the sticky piston so that it pushes this dirt block upwards and pushes all the mushroom stems up. Now, if you don't know why I do this, this is so that the mushroom stems are all in range of the TNT. Now, as soon as a mushroom grows, this observer will detect that and send a redstone signal upwards into these pistons, which will push the mushrooms downwards. Now, if you don't know why I do this, this is to make sure that they're in range of the TNT. If we don't push these mushroom stems out of the way, they're going to stop other mushrooms from growing, which is not very good. On rare occasions, sometimes the TNT can't reach mushroom stems below this end stone, so that's why I've got some end stone just where this sticky piston is. Now, I tried using other blocks, but unfortunately sometimes they get destroyed. Now, also when this gets powered, it will trigger this mechanism, and down here we've got a T flip-flop. Now, I'll go on to that in a bit, but the redstone dust will go across and power this observer, which will power this sticky piston, pushing an observer into this block, and this is also a T flip-flop as well. And this will power this line, which will power this TNT duper, and the TNT duper will shoot TNT. Now, this will blow up the mushroom stem, which will trigger this observer again. Now, here's where the T flip-flops come in. So when this observer gets triggered a second time, it will cause this block to be powered, which will cause this repeater to be powered as well, causing this redstone torch to be powered, and causing this to be unpowered. This will make sure that the sticky piston will retract, and this will allow the player to place some more mushrooms. Now, I've also got a T flip-flop up here, and this will stop the TNT duper from shooting again when the mushroom's not actually there, because what's actually happening is the mushroom is blocking the TNT from going any further. So if you don't have mushroom here, TNT will just end up flying into the water and probably killing the player. Now, that's a brief explanation of how this machine works. Obviously, we've also used the waterlogged leaves. If you don't know, you can now waterlog leaves, which is quite a game changer. Now, this TNT duper is the TNT duper that shoots TNT, so it's able to shoot TNT in this direction, meaning that will land on this platform. Now, mushrooms need it to be dark enough in order to be able to be placed down, so that's why this platform's up here, and I've built it so high up because then it's out the way. You can always just place it just on top of this redstone, and it should still work fine anyway. Now, make sure to comment down below if you like this design, and if you want to see any more, then make sure to tell me in the comment section as well. I'd love to know if you want me to design more little machines like this that are quite cool.